another week of self-quarantine. So the government opens up certain streets. They were called open streets. So as you can see, there's barricades so no cars can pass these streets, so that pedestrians can just walk on these streets freely. So you can see people get really creative. This lady chose
bring
to
her own chair and a cup of
just
water.
lounging in the middle of the road. That's just awesome. Love it. Summer in New York. So we finally arrived at
The Central Park.
Central Park. Everyone is pretty much very disciplined, 6 feet apart, and we only took off our face mask because we're just gonna stay here for a while. We're not gonna be encountering any new people on the street, so we gotta let it out somehow.
Yep.
Breathe a little bit.
Hello everyone.
Hi everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Not
Another
Your
typical couple in New York City.
Yes, today we finally took you outside of our apartment
Yep.
and out to the
Central Park.
wild world outside.
Yeah.
Also known as Central Park. So we've shown you a couple clips before this, how we actually, we've been wearing our face masks all the way, walking here, but we thought it's safe enough for us now that we're in the park and we don't
As long
have
as
a
you
lot of
keep
people.
social distancing with
Yeah.
others.
Yeah, so and also it kind of gives us perspective of how uncomfortable to wear these masks for a long time.
So we really admire those nurses and doctors who have to wear
shout
this
out
all
to,
day long.
Shout out to the healthcare workers, and also there's a couple kids.
Yeah.
just
You cannot
playing.
imagine how people are getting crazy.
They're crazy, they're just being kids out about in the summer days. And summer in New York is quite extraordinary in our opinion, right? Like it's our favorite
Yeah.
season and it's just nice all around. So today we thought we could just basically catch up a little bit of our life in general, and also we did this interesting exercise 2 weeks ago. Actually last week. Last weekend, and we can talk through that process and something that we learned from that process about ourselves, and also some tips if you are interested in exploring your life in general and what kind of meaning you want to bring to this world. And
So what is exercise, Effie?
yeah, so basically the exercise started when my coach sort of brought up this topic when I was extremely busy, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get out of my own head and stop just focusing on what's at my own head, which is work and everything else going on in my life. I wanted to just kind of zoom out a little bit and basically explore, like I mentioned, what's the meaning of my life, what I wanted to dedicate my life to or for. So my coach actually came up with this exercise, and she asked us to find a space in nature and close to trees or something that's neutral, that wouldn't actually place any judgment, that for sure won't place any judgment.
Somewhere you are not familiar with, right?
Yeah, so we went to the Central Park and we did our riding in nature. It's also a timed riding. If you look back in our previous episode, we talked about the benefit of timed riding. It's really something that can just get you started and get you focused in that time period.
Don't need to pay attention to the grammar.
Yeah, just basically word vomit or brain dump. So what we are trying to answer was a couple of questions around who you are. So oftentimes this sentence will start with I am so and so. For example, I would say I am a communicator. I am someone who like to express myself in front of other people. I am a loving partner. Things of that nature. And also you are meant to answer questions around what do you want to bring to this world, or what you care most, what needs to happen or be in place so that you can be happy.
So it seems like to figure out the meaning of your life.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember we finished our exercise, and Lincoln, being Lincoln, his paragraph was so structured and logical. I was like, how did you? I mean, that's not, you don't have to do the structured writing, but it also showcased difference in our thinking. I think you're more structured, or you like to think first, put your thoughts onto the paper in a structured way, I would say. Whereas I am someone who just like to throw things out there and then see the patterns and themes. So that's basically the process. And in terms of key learnings, I discovered that I am someone who really needs talking through things before I synthesize and get the key idea out. So in that process, I think Lincoln helped me a lot in terms of he's able to, talk me through. So, you put these keywords down and what does it mean to you? Basically act as my informal coach in some way.
Trying to find the clues from your patterns.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting process. So Lincoln, why don't you share first what your central statement is and how you came to that?
Yeah, I figured out that I would like to bring wisdom to this world. I find out that by learning how this society works and by talking to people, leverage my experience and knowledge to help them solve their problem, that really empowers me. And this kind of experience helped me to figure out what I would like to do in the future, which is just to learn as much as I can and help others, my friends, families, help them to make a better life. And that is the meaning of my life.
That is really altruistic, I would say. Mine's very different. Mine was bring beauty to this world, but it doesn't really mean, beauty products or any sort of commercial meaning behind it. So
it's more like an art, right?
Or the way how we live our life, right? So it contains sort of 4 vehicles to keep the engine driving forward. So the 4 vehicles are my words. I want to be able to express with clarity and care. The image, I wanted to make sure that people were inspired by seeing the images that I create, and they can understand, wow, so life, treat each moment in life with again care, and also an eye for what really excites you. And then the third one is work. So I actually discovered that beauty is something that really makes me tick. So something that I can also bring to my work, which is make sure that I can make the work experience enjoyable, make sure everyone that's on my team has a good experience. So to me, that's actually what I think would be the impact that I can make at work. And lastly, relationship. I think relationship means a lot, and it gives a lot of opportunity to create beauty in a relationship. For example, just how we talk to each other every day, and how we interact, and how we even engage in tough conversations. And if we bear in mind, what kind of experience I can bring to the other person, is that a beautiful experience? So having that as my true north is actually making me feel like my work and life can be integrated in some way. So yeah, that's something that truly excites me.
And in a very positive feedback, because we interact very well with each other, so that brings positive energy to your work, right?
Yes, you're right. So to sort of summarize, basically the exercise is very simple. Find maybe a couple hours or half day or even a whole day, go outside to some place in nature preferably, and then write down your answers to the questions first. Who you are, or who are you? And oftentimes it starts with I am so and so. And then the second one is what are some of the elements that need to be in your life so that you can be happy. But again, like you can basically open it up. Like Lincoln mentioned, you sort of use the prompt where you were thinking you were at the end of your life and what you want people to remember you by, and that seemed to work for you. So, lastly, I want to say this exercise is powerful in a sense that I feel like once you clarify in your own head what truly brings meaning to your life, and then you will see how you can make strategic decisions in your life to make your life even simpler. Like for me, sometimes I worry about posting stuff on social media, and once I clarify, bring beauty to this world as something that I truly believe in, then I would pick and choose things that I would share, or it's something that I actually created with my own hand that makes me happy versus something that brings relevance or because everyone else is posting it. And then also the books you read, the shows that you watch, and just a really good elimination process to make your life much simpler and more focused. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Hope
Thanks.
you like it, and thank you for bearing with all the background noise, but we thought coming to nature is special from time to time, especially during this time.
Yep.
So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye
See
guys.
you. Bye bye.